I've been reading a lot of your stuff, and it's like we kind of get caught up in our day to day and the things we have to do and all these things, and we are just busy. I saw one of the titles of one of your blogs is "Busyness Sexy," and yes, in our world it is. But is it healthy? Is it good for us? Talk about why being so busy is not really what's good for us.
Yeah. So busyness is simply an imprint that we've received from our society. And our society starts with our parents, our educators, media, friends, partners, the world at large. We get this imprint that that's the way to be. The problem is when we get really busy, and we get busy to the point where we become overwhelmed or stressed, it impacts our neurobiology. So we start running these hormones through the body, adrenaline, cortisol, hormones that literally place you into states of fight or flight. In those states of fight or flight, you literally become less capable of accessing the genius part of your brain. I'm really simplifying things here. So here you have a business, an idea, maybe you're an entrepreneur, maybe you're a CEO, maybe you're somebody that just really wants to make impact in the world. But if you're constantly running high levels of stress, you're never going to be able to access the level of creativity that you long for to be able to make a difference in the world. So the first thing that we all need to do is we need to learn how to relax, because relaxation is what creates safety in the body, and safety allows us to access our genius. And we get into this reverse cycle where we get busy, busy, busy. And that blog that I wrote about is busy, sexy. We have this illusion that it is. And I get people that come to me all the time and say, I'm a type A personality. Let's just change the language. You identify as a type A personality, but that is not your natural state. There is not one baby that came out of the womb as a type A personality. Not one, I promise you. And by the way, we are all miracles and we are all meant to be here, but not to be here in stress and tension. And it impacts every single one of our relationships, the relationship with our body, the relationship with our mind, our partner relationships, our parenting, and our work relationships.
Everything. There's so many questions I have about what you talked about. I'm going to back up to creativity, because I think when I think about creativity, until I really think about it, I think about artists and drawing and, art, that kind of thing. And then, so define creativity so everybody knows that we all are creative in some way. Go ahead. I'm going to let you define it.
Well, let me just first create the reality and the acknowledgement that creativity is not art, because that would mean I have zero creativity because I don't have a really strong artistic bone in my body. However, creativity is being able to come up with the ideas that are uniquely yours and to know how to implement them, how to execute them, how to create change in the world. Creativity comes from your mind. It doesn't come from your art space. So maybe there are people that are creative in terms of artistic creativity, but there's this whole other part of you that's your genius waiting to be expressed. And the creative part of your brain is that part that's longing to figure out, what is the solution? How do I generate it? How do I express it? How do I share it? That's your creative genius. And that's the part that gets really severely impacted by stress and tension.